Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the order they closed the consultation with President Bola Tinubu. His move followed the recent defection of 17 PDP lawmakers, while the APC and President Tinubu offered support that, according to him, kept him standing. He praised the president for intervening at critical moments and said the state's supporters and political strength made it the right time to move to where it is better for Rivers State. Fubara also pledged full support for Tinubu's second-term bid. The PDP, however, reacted sharply, describing the governor's exit as a self-inflicted injury and a grave threat to Nigeria's democratic balance. In a statement by his National Publicity Secretary, Ini Emobong, the party accused Fubara of willingly making choices that led to his defection and warned that the development accelerates Nigeria's drift toward a one-party state. The PDP said Fubara appears to have forgotten the wide support he received from the party, civil society, and Nigerians throughout the crisis. With Fubara's defection, all 6 South states are now under APC control, heightening fears of shrinking political space and rising authoritarian tendencies. The PDP urged Nigerians and democratic institutions to remain vigilant, insisting that the Rivers saga reflects a broader dysfunction in which individuals wield federal power to subdue opponents. Meanwhile, Rivers PDP chairman, Robert PDP, right? PDP or APC?
I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party.
Oh, you're a member of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State. Yeah. What is your take on this move by the lawmakers and now some of the lawmakers and now the governor?
Well, for the governor's defection into the APC is long overdue. I would say that simply because all the other organs, I mean the House of Assembly members and political bigwigs in the states have all crossed to the APC. So if the governor doesn't move at this time, it will affect his chances of, contesting the election in 2027 or even winning. Because politics is a game of numbers, and when you have the who is who in a political party, then by implication, what that means is that you are left alone in the other party, so your chances will be so slim. For me, I think it's for political survival. The governor had no choice. To move, that is the best time for him. The most important thing is that he has done what he needed to do. It's something that we have long envisaged, even though many will not be happy, especially those who are not members of political parties. Because what Nigerians have been looking for is to have a viable opposition that will give the ruling party a run for their money. Unfortunately, it appears that the who is who in political parties, in politics in Nigeria, are tending towards the ruling party. A situation where you have the state in Niger Delta, in the South region, all of APC. You go to Southwest, about 6 of the states there are APC, save for 1. Then you go to North, just like the APC is half
Southeast. In Southeast, APC also has majority.
So when you look at all the regions of the country, APC have majority.
I think except for Anambra State,
and
Abia State. Yes, other states are APC. The other 3 states are APC.
So by implication, what that means is that APC stand, the more chance to win the 2027 election because they have more governors and more followership. So bringing it back to Rivers State, what the governor did, some local government moved all to APC. So if he decides to remain in the PDP, by implication, he's not going to survive it. It's as simple as that.
So his move is for political survival.
It's as simple as
But
ABC.
Then he was citing instances and he said that the PDP, in fact, Balamo.
Sorry, before you go far.
Yes.
Before you go far.
Go ahead.
It is obvious that that is just a political statement. He cannot. What was he expecting the party to do for him as a political party? This is a fight that he decided to go into.
With his eyes wide open.
Wide open. And he wanted the party to support. Like
it wasn't the Governors Forum.
The Governors Forum, we are there for it. They even went to court. Some individuals like Ugochiri, who are members of House of Rep, and other ones, were in support of him. They gave him all the support he needed. So what was he expecting the PDP and the individual members of PDP to carry arms in his defense or what? They were there, they were outspoken. So I think that is just political statement to say this is the reason why I'm leaving. It's obvious that because the power that be in the state, I'm talking about elected and unelected officials who are important in this state when it comes to politics, have all moved in droves to the APC. So it appears that he's left alone. If he doesn't make that move, he will be left alone at the end of the day. So that move for me is about political survival. He should not accuse the PDP of not supporting him. Look at it the other way. Why wouldn't the PDP support him? PDP is looking for somebody like him because of the position he's occupying as the governor of a state. You and I know the kind of politics we play.
And how pivotal Rivers State is.
Very important, very key.
In the grand scheme of things
very
in the country.
Key. So when he said the PDP did not support him, I don't think he's being truthful there. It's as simple as that. It's just about political statement. You know, looking for something to hold on, you know, for the reason for leaving them and all that. But the PDP supported him massively. In fact, if the PDP did not support him, the crisis wouldn't have brewed to the level it went to. Because the PDP took side against one of their own and for one of their own. So who earned the support? It was him and no other person. Did the PDP support Wike? They did not. So I think that is not correct. It's not correct.
They did not even support you know, some tension between the Rivers State House of Assembly and the governor. I mean, that fact is not hidden. It's out in the open. Do you think that, considering that, you know, the governor has defected to the APC, that this political move will help, you know, calm rising tensions in the states between the assembly and the governor, as it were? Do you think this can help in any way to mitigate the rising tension that we are seeing?
Obviously, it will help to a great extent. The tension will escalate to an unbearable level. The president will not sit idly to allow it so, because it now, you know, borders on his party. And if the party in one part of the federation is having problem, it also may snowball into other parts.
But one would say that there appears to be some kind of change in the leadership of the APC since Ganduje left. Now, I'm saying this with, you know, what I see on the ground currently and what he used to be then. I will make instance with Edo State, for example. There were some states, you know, APC states that had crisis, experienced Mofwang in Plateau, you know, and North Central Forum of APC calling on the president to reconsider the position of Yowada, linking him directly to the crisis, the APC crisis that is coming up in Plateau State. That crisis has not been, you know, addressed since. Now you have the one of Osun State that's been going on and on and on for the longest, right? And one would say to a large extent, with the speed with which APC then under Ganduje would have resolved issues, we are not seeing the same speed right now. Do you think that in the case of Rivers State, it is not going to also take that kind of snail pace to reconcile? Do you think it's a situation where the president himself will want to wade in? I
don't see the crisis, you know, in Rivers State, if any, will come up moving forward to last that longer or to linger. The reason is simple. Rivers State is so strategic and so key. And I believe that Rivers State... So the control will be easier? Yes, yes. The reason is simple. The president knows the importance of Rivers State in the scheme of things, so he would not allow any crisis to linger for too long, because any crisis that lingers for too long will give an opening for people to move back to maybe any other party, which will also affect his chances of re-election in 2027. So he knows how strategic and important the state is. Some of the issues, if the National Party chairman is unable to resolve it, I think the president will have to weigh in fully. Weigh in fully himself to ensure that there is peace in the party. Right. So, so probably this is going to positively
after we are looking at, you know, probably something good coming out of this, in the sense that from the angle of, you know, this crisis that we see rearing its ugly head, that the president will not allow it to fester. It
will not happen.
Because it will affect him in the coming elections.
Yes, he also has a stake in the matter, so he will do everything to ensure that there is peace. And I'm sure, in fact, it's a masterstroke that the governor actually moved in. It will douse any tension, because these are members of the same party. Even though they have their differences as humans,
they will have to find a way to work with each other.
At some point, the party supremacy will play a part here. When it comes to a head where nothing is moving, the party at that national level, including the president himself, will come in fully to ensure it's a give and take thing. No, there's no quarrel in politics that is, you know, quarrel to finish. What you see there is vested interests, people looking for one thing or the other. The moment you are not able to give them that, the quarrel continue, the fight continue. But when you come to a round table to say, okay, this is what the issues are, you take this, I take this, and the problem ends. So that is where the president will show leadership. Some of these things will happen behind the scenes. Some of the problem will breathe, but you will not hear it in the media. You know, issues will happen and calls will come in to see how they can mend fences, you know, sheathe their sword and all that, and it will not go out of the media. So it is, I don't expect, you know, further crisis in River State, given the fact that both the executive headed by the governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and the majority of the River State House of Assembly, headed by Martins Amehule, and that of Mr. Wike as a political leader.
Snowballing beyond what it is.
No. Right. Moving forward, there will be some kind of understanding.
Compromise.
They work together, yeah.
All right. Now, moving forward, finally, before we move on to the next story, PDP. And, you know, like I have always said in my program, I said by January, I see more defections, because January will be a very decisive month for a lot of politicians that are still, yes, so it's election year. Whatever decisions that will be taken December, January. Okay. Because one will be, if you're looking at the election year, being and, you know, establishing their and all of that. And PDP, to all intent and purposes, when you look at what is playing out, it appears that now, speaking of PDP and the defections, do you even think that this defection now is going to be a wake-up call for them, seeing that Turaki-led leadership is, his mind is fixed on, I mean, Turaki served certificates of expulsion for the first time in a political party to do that. And you see the other party doing theirs too.
It is a human being with power and authority and money that makes a party to be strong.
Okay.
The truth is PDP, all these years happens because people of influence, people that has political power, that has economic power and all that, were members of the party, and they were in control of some of the states. At some point, they were in control of the national, and they fell from that national position. Today, they have lost most of their state, especially South, that appears to be their base. They have lost this completely to the APC. So don't be surprised to see PDP be like APP. Because political party is only a vehicle, it's a means to an end. If the vehicle becomes bad, people cannot remain stuck inside that vehicle. People will leave. The moment they step down from that vehicle, they will go to a moving vehicle. Things are today. The powers that be, they are in court as I speak to you. For election that has just a year and few months to be conducted, meaning that there will be embargo lifted for, you know, electioneering and all that, which is, you know, long before the election itself. So we are talking about just less than a year for all this to happen, and the party has just started a fresh crisis in the court, which you and I know that the court may not expedite action on that matter. It may take another 2-3 months to finish. So, wisely, today, look where the party is. There will be more defections. In the coming months, there will be more defection, because if the center can no longer hold, what that means is that people will look for, it's a sinking ship. Do you want to remain stuck in the ocean? How will you come out of it? Now that you still have time, people will jump out of it.